Hello everyone, welcome to Board Aspirants. So, this is an initiative that we at Board Aspirants are taking for all our coaching members to run you through each and every step in your application to dental schools or to guide you about the same. So, here we are with the first video. This first video will only focus on the basics of what and one person should know when you have decided that you want to study in US, when you want to do DDS or MS or AEGD or any course that you're interested in, and how to go about it. All of you who are already have done their NBD2 or who have almost at the end of your exams, you would be knowing all the things that we will be discussing today. But for those of you who just started thinking and who just started preparing for the national boards, here is your guide. So this first video is about quick guide for international students and application to dental schools. Again, it's a very basic video. With the forthcoming sessions and lectures, we'll be introducing you and guiding you for furthermore requirements that are needed when you're applying to dental school. So here we go. The first thing when you are applying to dental school is, and in US, that you have to make sure that you have the right resources and the right links, the right resources, the right websites, the right knowledge. And this knowledge or these resources are not, we do not want to say, I do not want to say that friends or your colleagues or your professional other sources are not right, but it's always better to go to the right sites. So here, if you see, these are 5 basic links or web pages that you should be aware of, and you should frequently visit them to know about how to apply to a dental school, or what is needed to apply to a dental school, or am I eligible, or what are the requirements. There's so many questions that you have, and trust me when I say that these, at least the first 2, will provide you with all the information that you need when you're applying to a dental school. The third site, third, fourth, and the fifth one is when you're actually filling in your application. These are the web pages. The PASS, the CAPID, and the AXIS are for your application websites. Okay. Moving on to our requirements. What do you really need? So all of you who's at a coaching member, you would be knowing that basic and the most important thing is national dental boards. NPD1 for now has been extended till October 31st. We do not know if it will be extended again, but for now it's only until October 31st you have to give your NPD1. NBT2 still continued until next year, and INBD is going to start in August. If you need to know any information about the national dental boards, about their material, or if you are interested in coaching with us, don't hesitate to contact us. You can always DM us. You can always email at our board.aspirant Gmail account that we have already provided on our site. We are going to start with our new coaching next month, and the details we'll be shortly putting on our page. So, second, and the very again most important, is TOEFL, the English exam. Most of our members have always asked us about, do I need to give TOEFL? So yes, the answer is anyone who's not studied in US has to give a TOEFL exam. Also, there are certain exceptions. Certain schools, regardless of your studying in the US, if you have a person who's done DDS in a US dental school and now is engaging or want to pursue their residency, certain schools still require you to give a TOEFL exam. So how do I know if I am eligible, if I have to give the exam or if I don't? Answer is very simple. Whichever school you're applying to, contact them. And don't contact them when the application starts. So usually the application cycle runs from June till Feb. Don't wait for June or don't wait for a month before. If you have started thinking about even applying to a dental school and you have made a list of the schools that you're applying to, I would suggest you to go and contact or call, email the respective coordinator and ask them if you have to give this exam. It's very important. Second question often asked is, what is the minimum score, and what if I don't have the minimum score? We will be talking about details of each exam and what do you need and the questions that often come with these exams in the forthcoming lectures and the discussion videos. And you can always put your questions at the end of this and comment on in the comment section, and we will try to answer those with our next video. Third main requirement, GRE. Again, it's not a main requirement, it's not a mandatory that you have to give GRE, but GRE does put you in a very good position when you're applying to a dental school. So if you have a GRE, similarly, if you have ADAT, these two exams, certain schools say it's not mandatory, and it is not mandatory. Not every student who's gone into dental school has these two exams on their resume. Where do these come? So these exams play an important role when you are in a tie position with someone who doesn't have a better profile as compared to you, or there is a tie when they have similar things and they have to now decide based on the competitive exams, and you have probably a GRE and that person doesn't, just a step ahead. Again, no one says it is happening, but that is kind of a situation that these competitive exams do play a role. Next question, do I really need to give GRE? No. Unless it's mandated, you really don't have to, but if you give, it won't hurt you. And the fifth one, which is all of you would be knowing, is your ECE or by WS. These are basically the agencies which do your transcript evaluations. So what's a transcript evaluation now? Transcript evaluation is for all the international students that your school usually they have to grade you or score you based on the US scoring system, and this agency, this evaluation just converts it into a GPA based on the US scoring thing. So again, I'm telling you, these documents are something which should be with you when you start thinking. Obviously, national dental boards you have to give to even be considered for an application. Other than that, TOEFL, GRE, if you're planning to give, transcript evaluation, everything beforehand. The cycle has already started. The cycle is going to begin again. Some certain schools are still open, and we'll talk about this in the next or the videos about which schools are still accepting applications and where you should try if you have documents with you. There are certain additional documents which you have to provide. Official transcripts. Now, official transcripts, if you are settled in US and you have studied abroad, you're a foreign trained dentist, it's always best to contact your school and get your official transcripts, your official degree certificate. It's easy. You just have to contact your dean or your office, the school office, and ask them to send it over to you. Certain times the school asks you to ask your school to send them to the US dental school, and again, if that is a scenario, you should know it well ahead of time, and you should have a conversation with your school so that to make sure they will send it. CV or a resume, statement of purpose, your recommendation letters, and experience proof. These are very critical. In our forthcoming video, we are going to actually talk about the importance of each document right now and how they should be, so that you have an idea. These documents, your recommendation, your statement of purpose, your CV, and your experience proof, if you have, is going to play a very important role in your selection. So don't think that they are just there for them to know what you did, but they do tell a lot about you to the school that you're applying to. And again, we'll talk about them. Another thing is the tips to apply. Very important. Most of our students have already applied and got into dental school. Some students who are studying with us don't have an idea, and that's why we started this initiative to guide all of you so that you are way ahead and know everything when you are considering applying to a dental school. Check the timelines and be prepared in advance. Okay, I've been stressing this. and I can't stress enough the importance that you should be prepared in advance. Make a list of top 5 dental schools. Now, you can apply to as many dental schools as you want to. You can apply to as literally all the dental schools if you have no financial problems or if you have no such situations. But otherwise, it's always suggested that you should have at least 6 to 8 dental schools that you should apply to, and you should have that list with you based on your preferences and based on your whatever criteria you have when you're applying to a dental school. You should make a list so that you can contact the school if you have any doubts. Contact the schools. Do not hesitate to contact the schools by phone or by email. They will reply when they can, and they usually reply pretty soon. So do not hesitate. You have a doubt, contact the school. Do not waste your time on asking your friend or asking someone who might not have a clear-cut idea, because the requirements, they change a lot. So contact school. Contact your referees and dean. I've already suggested you have to contact your referee and your dean for your recommendation letters. Make sure dean's evaluation letter is always needed, and it is good if you have it. And again, we will talk about what if you don't. Experience certificates, very important. If you have an experience, show it. If you don't bluff. Honesty is very, very important when you're applying to dental schools. You might have heard people saying that they might have bluffed at one point or the other, but there are different scenarios in which you can and which you cannot. And experience certificates is not something you can bluff about, or you should not bluff about it. Importance of research and volunteering. Talking about the experience. So what's the importance of research? Few of our students already have a good research during their previous education. You don't. And often our teachers are often asked about this question like, I do not have research, I'm in US, I do not have any avenues, or I do not know how to go and contact the school. So we will talk again about research experience. So as you can read here, research experience may add an extra layer, but it's not in particular a requirement. So what if you don't have a research? You do something to showcase a little bit of your interest in research or any extracurricular activity. We'll talk about it. Just to end this particular video, which was just a basic idea for a forthcoming videos, an introductory video this was. You can see all the websites, we put all the links. You can always go to one of these, to all these links, see what they provide you, what information you need about international student applications, about the dental school, and I'm sure you will find them useful. For more info, keep checking our website, our web page, and we will talk about the topics that we've already discussed here in detail. What do you need to apply to dental school? Okay, so good luck, keep studying.